Hi, it's Kassy, artist in residence with Imagine. Today I'm making a Valentine layout on a canvas board. So to start, you'll need to choose a stencil. I'm using Creative Medium in clear and a palette knife. And you just want to pick up the Creative Medium with your palette knife and sort of spread it around across the stencil in places where you want that pattern to show through. It's kind of like spreading icing on a cake. And once you have it in all of the area that you want on the canvas, then you need to let it dry. Once it's dry, you'll want to put clear gesso over the tops before you use the fireworks sprays. Okay, then we're going to use the Angel Pink fireworks spray first. First I've actually sprayed it with a little bit of water to help that product move around, and then I sprayed it with water after as well. And really in this step, you know, this pink is what I want to have for my background, and I want it to be on most of the canvas, not all of it. I do like to have a little bit of white space. Okay, so once you're happy with where this base color is on your canvas, you want to dry it completely. And the reason is that I'm going to put another color on top of this one, and I don't want them to blend. I want each color to stand out individually. If you wanted colors to blend, you would want to do it while they're both wet. So here I've let it dry, and I'm just going to spritz it with water again now to so that I can move that sweet plum around on the canvas, just as I did with the first pink color. So I'm just going to continue to use the paintbrush and the water spray to place the color where I want it on top of that lighter pink. I'm just adding this darker color to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit of drama. So, and I don't want it to cover everywhere the lighter pink is. This is just more in the middle. So really you're just layering colors until you're happy with the desired effect. If the spray begins to wander on your canvas in places you don't want it, you can just dab it off with a paper towel. And so when you're done with this step, again, you want to dry it completely. The next thing we'll be doing is using this beautiful resin frame by Prima, and we're covering it with clear gesso, and then we are going to take Delicata Golden Glitz ink and a sponge dauber and cover most of that bottom part of the frame. Then I'm coming in with an ink blusher next because I want to get in all the little cracks and crevices, and that sponge really helps out quite a bit. And now for the top part, I wanted to use the Bamboo Leaves fireworks spray, so I just sprayed it over the entire top where the flowers and the ribbon is, and then I'm going to move it out of the way. I decided to use that overspray and not waste it and do some splattering on the main canvas. I'm doing this because I want that green to carry into the rest of the piece so that it brings it all together. Then I'm spraying a second coat of that Bamboo Leaves on there to just give it a little bit more color. Next, I'm going to use the Sweet Plum fireworks spray and a paintbrush and do some more splatters, kind of around where I did the green. So the green was the light color, this Sweet Plum is the medium color, and the dark color I'm going to use is this Irresistible Bamboo Leaves colored texture spray. Now this is going to give me a little bit different effect. Number one, it's a lot darker than the other colors, so it adds a little bit more visual interest and drama. And also, this colored texture spray is really great because it dries with some dimension and glossy, so it just provides another type of texture. So now I have all the pieces, and I'm sort of just placing them around to decide, you know, kind of how I want my layout to be. I've got these flowers from Prima, and I have those rhinestones in that nice swirl shape. And so here I've decided to take that picture of the girl and cut off that one end so that it fits nicely in the frame. I felt like it was kind of a distraction to have that other side sticking out. So now I'm going to use regular gel by Golden as kind of a glue. When you're working in mixed media, you often need to use something like this to stick all different types of materials down and together. So if you're using resin or metal or paper or you know, different kinds of flowers, it really works well to use some kind of modeling paste or gel to to stick it all together. It holds really well. It does take some time to dry, but it's definitely worth it. It's going to stay in place. And I use a generous amount just to make sure that it's not going to move or fall off. So I've glued the paper with the girl into the frame and put that gel on the back so that it will hold to the canvas. And next I'm taking the rhinestone in that really beautiful swirl and placing that on the canvas as well. And that's already sticky, so I didn't use anything else with that. Next we'll be placing the leaves and the flowers from Prima. And here again, I'm using a generous amount of that regular gel on the backs of the leaves and the flowers, just to make sure they really stay in place, because I don't want anything falling off the canvas, obviously. So I'm putting these flowers around, framing kind of the right corner of that frame and the girl. It helps draw your eye to the focal point and gives it just more visual interest, and these flowers are really beautiful. I like to use different colors and different styles of flowers, so I find that having the variation in the colors and the styles of flowers is more pleasing to the eye. And now I'm just filling in all of the holes and gaps with little flowers to give it a cohesive look. So if you'll notice, the fireworks spray and texture on the background, and then the rhinestones with the swirls and the flowers are all working together to bring your eye to that focal point. And it allows your eye to move around the canvas as well. And finally, I'm just using a little bit of shimmer spritz on those flowers. So here you can see the detail, and here's the final piece. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. For more tips and inspiration, please visit imaginecrafts.com.